Are you saying a little bit of fatism is okay, just to actually be judgmental about people because it might chide them into action?
I'm not talking about insulting people or calling people.
But saying this is not good, this is ugly.
Yes.
Is that all right?
Well, honesty, Nicky, that's all. It's all it is.
Fatima, that's all it is.
No. It is disastrous. What this gentleman is talking about is a mantra that has been, as I said earlier, embedded in everybody's head. When I don't know if he knows the data and the statistics. The diets that have it is all over the world that the failure of dieting is between 95 to 98% of people who go on diets, they put the weight back on, and 95% of people who start dieting become bigger than when they started. Then there are lots of studies and a lot of research that prove that people can if they have a different metabolism or they have different composition in their body. I think in the BBC there were tests where they took thin people and they locked them for 2 months and overfed them, and these people only put in maybe 1 or 2 pounds, and when the program finished they lost the weight again because their bodies are not built to get fat, even when they fed them a lot and they didn't allow them to move or exercise.
I've just had a tweet to Nicky Campbell from a dear man, brilliant man, Russell Grant, who said, the astrologer, who said, I was offered a gastric band when I was 25 stone. On the January the 5th, 2009, I used willpower and astrology, says Russell, and I'm now just over 16 stone. So that's an interesting... Listen, can you stay there, Fatima?
Okay.
Because you've got lots of interesting things to say, as have our callers so far. Thank you, Mike, and thank you to Kevin, and thank you very much to Kat. Have a good weekend. Welcome to Laura in Preston. Hello, Laura.
Hi.
Hi, and Fatima Parker still with us, President of the UK branch of the International Size Acceptance Association. As you say, Fatima, it's a very important issue, this, and it's important to address the prejudice about this issue, isn't it? Do you think, with fatism, Laura, in a second, but Fatima, something just occurred to me. You're still with us, Fatima?
Yes, I'm
Do you
here.
think there should be legislation, as there is, about other forms of discrimination? You're not allowed.
Yes, of course.
You're not allowed to insult somebody because they're gay. You're not allowed to insult. You shouldn't insult somebody because of their ethnicity, or because of their religion. Do you think it should be a kind of hate crime to make jokes about fat people?
It is. It should be, really, because it's killing people and it is not getting any results. This is not new, humiliating fat people, since the Shakespeare time. Look at his text, and you'll see him making fun of fat people.
Well, there's a text here. What I think is offensive, says this text, is to observe extremely large people queuing daily for fish and chips. Sympathy for a medical condition, yes, not for greed and laziness. That's the text.
They need education.
Education.
Yeah. You see, they have to eat. When they see fat people eating, they are horrified. But we have to eat.
Yeah.
Everyone has to eat. But what we need is education, acceptance, respect, and education.
Not one size fits all. Yes, Laura, and Graham's with us in Rotherham. Good morning, Graham. Laura, thanks for waiting. What would you like to say? Speak to Fatima.
Well, for a start, I think this size acceptance thing is that's a symptom of us being ridiculous over this. Being obesely, horribly overweight is not a good thing for anybody. And yeah, okay, they shouldn't have fun poked at them, but being fat is actually going to kill them in the long run anyway. I don't know what she meant by saying it's killing people, because being overweight, you're not healthy when you're overweight. And I can say this from someone who's like attending Weight Watchers and stuff at the moment. I'm actually one of the slimmer people there, even though I think I need to lose about a stone or 2 stone just to get back to what I want to be. So when I look at really obese fat people, I just think, they really do need. She's right, they do need education, but fatism or whatever you want to call it, but it's doing themselves damage being like that. So if people don't want to employ someone because they haven't got the right image, then that is actually understandable.
So if someone's 22 stone, do you think that there's something sad about...
You cannot be held, unless you're a big 6'5" rugby guy, then no. But if you're a 5'5" woman and you're 20 stone, I don't care what anybody says, that's not healthy, that's not good. And they are going to struggle to get employment, maybe to make friends, to go out.
When you see a 20 stone woman who's 5'3", what do you think? What's your first thought?
Well, it's not attractive, is it? And I just feel like, I feel bad for them. No, I don't actually
insulting
her.
Yeah, you wouldn't serve her in the shop, and you would probably laugh at her and make fun of her.
Actually,
yeah. You're going to Weight Watchers yourself. It means that you're struggling with your body. I don't know how much you weigh now, but don't make
it focuses you on eating really healthy.
Excuse me, young lady. As I said, I don't know how much you weigh now, but making fun of a 22 stone, you struggling with your body. If things don't work for you and you don't lose the weight, it is not very strange or very, improbable that you're going to become 22 and 25 stone and 30 and 50 stone because of the attitude that people have. If you accept, you say that our association is ridiculous. We've saved lives.
Yeah, but I don't make
we've
fun of
saved a lot of lives of people who never left their... I have young women who didn't leave their home for 10 years because of people like you humiliating them in the street.
Who said I humiliate them?
You said if you look at that woman, if you were an employer, you wouldn't give her a job because she's ugly, because she's unhealthy. You're not
Wait, Laura?
Sorry.
She wouldn't fit the right image of a company if she is really like obesely overweight. And I'm not talking about people
who makes the image of that company.
Sorry, but have you helped them by getting them to lose weight? Because
we do not concentrate on losing weight. That is the problem. Everything starts when you push people to lose weight. When you have an idol there that is impossible for people to reach. When you tell them the beauty and sexiness and acceptability and happiness is in you becoming thin.
Talking of beauty and sexiness, Mark, good morning.
Morning, Nicky.
You sexy beast, you.
I am actually, yeah. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm 22 stone. I used to be fit as a fiddle when I was younger. I'm 45 now. I was lucky enough 13 years ago to win the lottery, so I've had a good lifestyle.
Stay with us and speak to me after the programme. I've got some investment opportunities for you. Have you still got some of this money?
Sorry?
Have you still got some of this money?
Oh, yeah. I've set my own business up.
Oh, fantastic.
But, honestly, Nicky, I'm 22 stone and... it doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Do you know why? Because you've sorted in life. You're quite happy with the way you are.
No, honestly, even if I wasn't, all my mates call me Tubbs Lardo and Lardy, 22 Clem. I get it all, and we just have a real good laugh about it. People just need to chill out a little bit,
So calling you Lardy is acceptable, is it?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's only fun. What's a name? When I go to bed, I'm like a 22 Stegosaurus when I'm in bed, Nick. I don't have no problems.
Can I just make one point?
You can make as many points as you want, Laura.
I have never insulted anybody for being overweight, so I'd just like to clear that up.
Yeah,
actually,
you never said that, but
you
prefer to you never said that.
I feel bad for them. I feel bad. That's what I feel. I feel bad, and I just, would hope that at some point, they're going to think about their long-term health prospects and being. Maybe I'm looking at it from a female perspective. But being overweight is going to affect your chances of having children. It's going to all
chances of living long. Yeah.
Exactly, and healthy, and being happy and being able to exercise. One of the upsides of me joining Weight Watchers is I now exercise more than I do the healthy eating part of it. So it's made me exercise like 4 or 5 times a week.
And you feel better for it, Fatima.
Yes.
Mark's friends call him Lardy.
Mm-hmm. And he is happy about it.
Is that
Didn't he
fattest?
Say that he won the lottery?
Is that fattest to call somebody Lardy? Of
course, it is. Yeah. It is mental and verbal abuse. It is verbal abuse to call. It is name calling. Is it
as bad as calling some? I don't know. Thinking of other abusive terms for gay people or for people. Is it as bad as that?
Yes. It might not affect him, or he might not realise that it affects him, but it affects other people.
Mark.
Hey, unbelievable. Honestly, they're unbelievable. What is a name? How can people get upset about a name, Come on, I don't believe it, honestly. I'm really happy. It doesn't bother me in the slightest.
It doesn't bother you. It's up to you, but it bothers other people. We have anorexia. We have young people that are dying of killing themselves, starving themselves because they don't want to get fat and be called names.
Yeah, but if I went on a diet and, I eat... Well, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, I'm not a big eater. I like a good drink, I like a beer and what have you, but even if I want me fish and chips, I enjoy fish and chips. I don't like salad. Why would I want to eat a salad? There's no taste to anything like that.
There is a bit of salad cream.
No, I couldn't.